Hi there, movie fans. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Steven, and today I'll be talking about the latest edition in the Beverly Hills Cop franchise. This one is called Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. This is the fourth installment, the first in 30 years. The original cast is back. You have Eddie Murphy as Axel F. You have Judge Reinhold as Billy Rosewood. You have John Ashton as John Taggett. You have Paul Reiser as Jeffrey Friedman. And you have Bronson Pinchot as Serge. Um, there's some new blood in here. You have Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Detective Bobby Abbott. You have Taylor Page as Jane Saunders, and you have another '80s icon, Mr. Footloose himself, Kevin Bacon, as Captain Cade Grant. Watched the movie yesterday. I'm gonna say I enjoyed it. There's some good points and bad points. Director Mark Malone kind of keeps everything at a great pace. Knows what he's working with in Beverly Hills Cop, and that could be good and bad because there's some instances where that formula works and sometimes it looks kind of forced or cringy. What I really liked, Eddie Murphy, unlike the third installment where he phoned it in, he is engaged. You can see he's happy to play Axel again. He likes interacting with the cast. He's not afraid to let them step into the spotlight so not everything is on his shoulders, which is great. I like there's a scene between Captain Grant, Kevin Bacon's character, and Eddie Murphy when they're in the holding cell. There's an exchange. It is really good. I didn't expect that. Really good exchange. That was like wow. I just went, damn, that's good. Really good. Um, Great car chases. Some good action sequences. Bronson Pinchot as Serge. This guy deserves a comeback. What a great actor. Comedic chops on this guy. It's like he didn't miss a beat like Eddie. He give this guy a show again. Give him something. What I didn't like, Taylor Page as his daughter. I didn't buy the father daughter dynamic that Axel hasn't been there all these years and they don't get along and he's trying to you know make amends. I think Axel, as much as he is a cop and wants to get the job done at any cost, I think he would have done just as much to keep his relationship with his daughter going. I think that didn't work. It didn't mix with his character, so I didn't buy it at all. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is great. I thought he has kind of a good dynamic with Axel Foley's character, but I was hoping for a little more, especially at the end. I thought they were gonna like play off each other a lot more, and he's gonna come out into his own. It doesn't really happen, and it's unfortunate. I think they showed the beginnings of something really great, kind of like the Rosewood Foley dynamic. It would have been something like that, which would have been really entertaining. The shootouts I didn't like sometimes, especially in the beginning. The shootouts and even the car, as they're good, but no one gets hurt. It reminds me of the stormtroopers in Star Wars. They're shooting and no one gets hit. Um, Rosewood is seen in the beginning, and then we don't see him throughout most of the film, and he's back at the last 5 minutes. I didn't like that. Then there's a scene where Taggart and Rosewood and Foley are in the car again, like in the first one, right before he puts the banana in the tailpipe. What I wouldn't have given to have them all together for 10 minutes doing something together. Like Star Wars, they dropped the ball. Why is Luke, Leia, and Han all separated in all the movies? They were a team, and this is another team that should have been put together, and they're separated. And I miss that putting them together. I think now, if there is another one, someone knows these guys, we want them all together, not separate. And one guy calls, what's his name, Friedman on the phone. Get them all together. One last ride, do it together. Like that would have been great. The film, unfortunately, looks like a Netflix TV special, and that takes away a little of that special thing that when you went to see the first two films, you knew you were watching magic, and this you kind of go, now I'm watching a TV show. And I'm like, ah. But overall, Like I said, just because Eddie Murphy is engaged in this character makes it so much more fun. Another thing I like that Axel Foley, most of the time when they have these, new installments after like 10 years, 15 years, the main character is always a drunk, an alcohol, some sort of alcoholic, a drug addict, broke, living in a cardboard, and has to redeem himself. Axel Foley is Axel Foley, and he's on the case and on the beat, and he hasn't changed. I like that part. That was great. That they didn't make him like this alcoholic loser, and that he has to, and that's why his daughter left, and now he has to go. And at the end, he would have been in AA, and they show him going, becoming clean. Axel is Axel, and that was great. Overall, I think this is right behind the second installment, but much much better than the third. I don't think if they would have gone worse than the third one, they're in trouble. I don't think anything could have been worse than the third one. But they did a good job. They hit most of the marks, so they crossed their T's and dotted their I's in, I'm going to say, 95% of the film. There's a few times where it kind of go doesn't really work anymore, but that's me. You let me know what you think. Do you remember this movie in the theaters? I was in the theater. I think I was like 9 years old when this came out. I don't know how I got to the theater to see it at 9 years old, but I remember seeing this in the theater. I remember them holding onto the truck and laughing my head off, crying with laughter. This was I was hoping for something to make me laugh out loud. You smirk, you chuckle. Overall, I still think it's a good addition. It's a solid addition, and I'm hoping they make another one and they put the whole team together, and that would be great. But overall, I'm going to say a solid entry into this franchise and a welcome return of Axel Foley. You let me know what you think. I'll post the trailer down below. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you've seen the original in the theaters. Have you seen any of these movies? Do you remember Eddie Murphy as a superstar, or do you know him simply as Donkey from Shrek? Love to hear from you. This is Steve from the Round Table with my thoughts on Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. See you soon, guys.